So here we go. So the first thing that I did when I started in the solar business is because I come from network marketing, I like to keep it simple, have it systematic, right? That's what we talk about. The three steps is get the interest, get the bill, get the appointment. If you master that, you could do very good. So now, if you want to get the interest, you have to know what to say. So in this video, we're going to talk about what is it that I say to people, what is it that I said to people to start building my business and start getting referrals. So here's what I do. I give the customer a call. Let's pretend like I'm calling you, okay? And I'm going to go through the script, but I'm going to also stop at times and elaborate what I mean on certain things.
Are we going to concentrate here on people that used to offer them the solar panels, or to also bring them in?
This invite is for both. This invite is an open invite that could lead to customers for solar or reps to join the business. And you'll see what I mean as we go through it. So this is how to approach your warm market, right? So ring ring, I give you a call.
Hello.
Hey, Lewis, what's up, brother? How are you?
Good, good. JT?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Hey, did I catch you at a good time? Do you have 1 or 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Awesome. The reason why I say I don't just say did I catch you at a good time. I say, did I catch you at a good time? Do you have a minute or two? Or do you have 1 or 2 minutes? Because oftentimes you say, did I catch you at a good time? And they don't know how long it's going to take. They might tell you no. But if you ask for 1 or 2 minutes, a lot of times they say, well, I was going to go into a meeting here shortly, but yeah, I got 1 or 2 minutes. I got a couple minutes. Cool. Then I get into it, right? That's the reason why I do that. I had a sales guy. I just bought a car, and I had a sales guy say to me, he called me, right? He was one of the sales guys following up with me. He says, hey, did I catch you at a bad time? And I told him, that's a bad question. Don't ask if you ask me if you caught me at a bad time, you're putting in my head that it's a bad time. I'm more than likely to say yes. Instead as, did I catch you at a good time? But even better for me, did I catch you at a good time? Do you have 1 or 2 minutes, bro? Yes. Awesome. Listen, I know you're a busy guy. I don't want to take a lot of your time. Listen, Lewis, the reason why I'm calling you, bro, is first of all, I trust you and the family are doing good.
Yeah, of course. Everything's getting better.
Good. Crazy times we're in, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Well, listen, I want to be respectful of your time. That's a very key thing to say. I want to be respectful of your time. Reason why I'm calling you, bro, is I'm calling all of my friends, especially the professionals in my network, to let them know that I'm three things. That I'm in the solar industry now. I'm very excited about it. And this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 10 to 15 years. So here's how it flows. So just give me a call, bro. I'm calling all of the professionals in my network to let them know that I'm actually in the solar industry right now, bro. I'm very, very excited about it. And this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 10, 15 years. So the reason why I'm letting you know is obviously, listen, if you ever know of anybody that is either has any questions about solar or anybody that may be interested in solar, I'd really appreciate it if you'd keep me in mind, bro.
Oh, of course.
Cool. Now, at that point, this is a critical point. You're paying attention to what they say. If they give you anything positive, you lead with the ambassador program or the opportunity, or you ask them for a bill. If you say, really, my wife and I, we've been thinking about solar. What do you think you should ask for? The bill. Say, well, listen, if they say that to me, I say, well, listen, if you like, I could actually have a proposal available and ready for you and emailed to you in your inbox by tomorrow morning. All I need to see is a copy of your bill, and I'd be happy to have a proposal for you. So that's if you want to go that route. But if you say anything positive like, oh, really? You know what? Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm definitely going to keep you in mind. Anything positive like that. Cool. Now I might lead with the ambassador program. Now I might say, okay, that sounds good, bro. By the way, just so you know, man, we actually have a program. It's called the ambassador program. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a dime. But anytime that you refer anybody to us and you submit that lead, if they go solar, we'll send you a check for $1,000. It'll come directly from my company. Okay? So I lead with that route, right? If they just say, oh, yeah, cool, I'll keep you in mind, right? I might just let them go. Because remember, I want to make 100 phone calls in an hour.
Right.
That's my goal. 1 or 2 hours, knock out 100 phone calls, right? So that's one approach, right? If they say like, you know what, my cousin's thinking, my sister is considering solar, I hit them with the referral. Well, you know what? I would love the opportunity to talk to your sister, and we actually have a referral program, Lewis, where my company actually pays you $1,000 if you refer us to anybody that ends up going solar. You know what I mean? I mean, would it be okay if I call your sister, right? But see, here's the deal. You have to think about this. When it comes to when it comes to getting ambassadors, recruiting people, getting customers, if I call a bunch of people, now if you tell me, really, you know what, I've been looking into the solar industry, or if I know that you're somebody that's a go-getter or somebody that may be open to the solar business, right? And I say this to you, and you're like, oh, really? Okay, cool. That sounds cool. By the way, Lewis, what are you doing these days? Oh, man, same thing. Well, listen, I don't know if you're open, but the company I work for is actually expanding in this area. And they're looking for some sharp people. So, I mean, if you ever considered the solar industry, man, I got to tell you, there's a lot of money in the solar industry.
Right. I mean, to people like.
So when you take that approach with people, it's a very nonchalant approach on selling and recruiting. You're just calling people to inform them that you're in the solar business, right? You're not selling them. If you want to be more bold, then you could certainly be more bold. But this is a great way to think about it. If you make a list of, and I'm a big fan and I teach my team, make a list of 100 people, call all of these 100 people and let them know that you're in the solar business. It's no different than if you opened up a restaurant. Let's say you and your mother opened up a restaurant in the city you live in. It'd be a great idea for you to give your friends and family members a call to let them know, hey man, just want to let you know, we just opened up a restaurant on the corner of so-and-so and so-and-so. We have some great breakfast. If you ever want to come check us out, I'd appreciate it. And if you're interested, I'll send you a coupon, 10% off coupon, whatever, right? So you want to take that approach. This is not a sales call, even though ultimately you want to get sales out of it. But here's one of the things that I tell people all the time. There's two things that we could control: our attitudes and our actions. So if you have the attitude of, hey, listen, I'm going to take a lot of great action, right? Trained and great action, the numbers are going to come. So if you call 100 people, homeowners or not, I don't care. Here's who I target. I target for everybody, but I make a list of homeowners. I make a list of real estate professionals, right, that I know. I make a list of network marketers. And it's important that the list has to be written down because it'll jog your memory. When you write one dude's name down, you'll think of another guy's name that you might not have his number, but you could reach him on Facebook. So that's a great person to call. You're like, oh, that's a good person. I don't care about the yes or the no. Tell me yes, tell me no, but tell me fast because I've got to go. I want to just fire away phone calls. So if I make a list of 100 people, if my goal is to put 100 people on the list, I might have 120, 130 at the end because my memory got jogged, right? And I ended up writing more numbers. Then I set an hour or two aside to fire away phone calls. And all I'm doing is, hey, Lewis, how's it going? Blah, 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 blah. Listen, the reason why I'm giving you a call, bro, I'm calling let's say you and I, go to church together. I'm calling everybody that I, from the church, that knows me, just to let them know that I'm actually now in the solar industry. Because of this pandemic, we've all had to adjust. You could tweak it however you want, right? And so one of the ways that I've adjusted that's actually working out pretty well for me is that I'm now in the solar industry. And man, I'm excited about it. You know what I mean? This is what I'm going to do for the next 10, 15 years. Why do I say that? Because that also brings credibility. People don't see it as something you're just temporarily doing it part-time. So what I tell people is, this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 10, 15 years, and I'm extremely excited about it. So I just want you to know, right? The last thing, and here's what I tell sometimes to people, the last thing that I would want is for you or somebody that I know, to go solar because they didn't know that I was in the solar business. So I just want to let you know. That way, in case you have anybody that either has questions about solar or may be interested in solar, I would appreciate it, Lucy, if you'd keep me in mind. Now, that's good. Enough of those calls are going to lead to people giving you a positive response and then you talking to them about the ambassador program. Now, why is that important? Because for most people, recruiting seems a little bit intimidating. But if you're talking about a free ambassador program, I don't consider ambassadors recruits. That's easy. It's if you make enough phone calls and you tell them that, some people are going to sign up for an ambassador. But it's kind of like if you're looking for a red Cadillac. Guess what? If you start thinking about a Cadillac, let's say it's time to trade your car, you're going to buy a new car, then you start seeing the Cadillacs everywhere. Likewise, with these people that you contact about being an ambassador and you tell them about a $1,000 referral fee, guess what? Anytime somebody pops up with solar on their Facebook feed asking for solar referral, they know of you. It would have just been background noise before. But now, any family members, now they start thinking, how many people do I know that own a home? I can make $1,000 if I send them to Lewis and they get the solar with him, right? So now you imagine if you got 20 people that you ended up telling that you're in the solar business and you talk to them about $1,000 referral. Don't be surprised if you get some of those people to refer some of their people. And sometimes you call people that are not homeowners, but their brother just bought a home and is talking about solar. You would have never known had you not made that call. So one of the best ways that, for me, that I believe to start your business, keep it simple, man. Keep it super simple. Make a list of everybody you know. Call them to let them know that you're now in the industry. If you became a realtor today, wouldn't it be a good idea for your neighbors and your friends to know that you're a realtor? What if your neighbor for 20 years doesn't know you're a realtor, and then next week after you get your license, list his house? And you go to him like, bro, I just got my real estate license. And he says, why didn't you tell me, man? I would have listed with you. I just signed a contract with this guy, 6% commission. Same thing with solar. So, that would be my advice for anybody that's getting started in the business. That's one of the main things that you could do.